Hello. As you know, all over the world, billions of people believe in one God or another, and many people devote their entire lives to the worship of their God. We know that there are thousands of different religions, and most believers believe that their God is the one and only God, which does present us with a bit of a problem, as much as if there's only one God, which one is it? Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to talk about the Christian God. That's the God that I was introduced to as a child. And what do we know about the Christian God? Well, we know he built the universe in 6 days. We know that he made us after his own image, so wherever he is, he looks like us, except apparently he's invisible. We know that he's all-powerful. He can do absolutely anything. He is all-seeing, so you can't really hide from God. He knows everything. He knows everything about you and what you're doing and so on. And we know above all that he loves us all. He loves us unconditionally. Now, just how far his love extends, I don't know. I mean, does he love people who are bad people? Does he love child molesters? Does he love criminals? Does he love people who don't believe in him or believe in different gods? And if he's so powerful, and if he loves us all so much, and if he wants the best for us, why does he allow suffering? Why does he make all our lives perfect if he has all this power? Why does he allow wars? Why does he allow illnesses? Why does he allow children to suffer? There's great deal of suffering and sadness and heartache in this world. Why didn't he do away with it? And no one can really ever answer that. But people who are religious, who are believers, they pray. They pray and they pray and they pray. And if they pray for something and it happens, then they'll thank God. But if they pray for that same thing and it doesn't happen, they'll say, oh, that's God's will. God knows best. He has his reasons. So he can't really lose. And if that is the case, if it is the case that if you pray for something, it might happen, might not happen, what's the point in praying? And people who are religious, people who do believe in God, they have there's no evidence whatsoever that they have any advantage. They don't live longer, they're not happier, they're not more successful, they're not more fulfilled. So again, what's the point if there's no benefit? I mean, if we knew that by believing in God and by praying to God, our lives would be better, we'd all do it, we'd all believe. Now, the most obvious reason why God cannot exist, or if he does exist, he is powerless, is that we live in a causal universe. Every event that ever occurs is caused by previous events. And that being the case, it's impossible for God to intervene concerning an event that's not yet happened. If, for example, you pray to God for a nice day on Saturday, well, you might think, if it turns out to be a nice day, you might think that God was answering your prayers, but in fact, the weather, however it is on any particular place on Saturday, is determined by an infinite number of prior meteorological events and circumstances all over the globe, going back to the beginning of time. And to intervene is just not possible. So if you pray to God and whatever you're praying for happens and you thank him for it, you're deluding yourself that he's answering your prayers. And so all these people who are believing in God and praying to God, they're communicating on a very much on a one-way basis. God never responds, he never shows himself, and so it is a question of really blind faith. Now, people who are believers very often say that the universe is so wonderful, it's so amazing, it's so incredible that it couldn't possibly have happened by accident. There had to be a designer, there had to be a creator. And this is the daftest argument of all, because if the universe is so wonderful it had to be created by a creator, well then the creator was even more wonderful than his creation. So who created the creator? Makes no sense whatsoever. It does seem to be that it's part of the human condition that you can accept hardship and struggles and difficulties in this life if you believe that there is a God who's going to reward you after you die, which is complete nonsense. Now, when you think of what religion has done over the years, you look at the cathedrals, the temples, the mosques, the fantastic art that's been created in the name of praising God. It's been quite extraordinary. And at the same time, of course, look at all the hardship. Look at all the terrible things that have been done in the name of religion. The Spanish Inquisition and the Crusades and all the wars that have been fought. Even now, today, there are countries that fight each other over differences of view about religion. And yet, and this is really the main point. Despite all the wonderful things that have been achieved in the name of religion, despite all the terrible things that have been done in the name of religion, there has never, ever been even the tiniest shred of evidence to prove the existence of God. Nothing at all. The whole of religion is just a creation of man's mind. We just create this idea that there is some superior being that has our best interests at heart, and it's complete and utter nonsense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Science shows us that how the universe has evolved and how life on Earth evolved, and to argue that it was all this is all nonsense and that it was just this God who made it all is really terribly childish and silly. Now, I'm going to make a number of videos like this on subjects that are subjects where there's no scientific proof one way or the other, and things like, for example, I'm going to make a video about life after death, because that's another complete nonsense which is attached to religion, and so I hope you might find them of interest, and I hope you've stuck at the end of this one. If so, thank you very much indeed. And so until next time, thank you for watching, and bye for now.